Beautiful brothers and sisters, welcome to this very special transmission. So this transmission specifically is a unique opportunity. It's an opportunity to join me in my own moment of accessing a shadow consciousness that is still maintaining life within my form, within my physicality, that my vessel is a little behind my consciousness and my spirit, and that was due to me not listening to guidance 2 years ago, where I was asked to focus on the vessel, the somatics, the emotions, the the guidance of truth. And like most human beings, I chose my own way. And then I was initiated through a little more rapid purification. So welcome, because what is here is that I am present and in my own activation into a deeper connection to myself, in a deeper connection to truth. And I wanted to use this as an opportunity to journey with you. So I am Geeia Ariati. I am of sound heart and sound mind. Sound heart and sound mind. I am the assigned oracle for the 144. I'm sure there are many others currently. That is the name that I have been asked to identify myself with, because the human mind likes identities. And I am in service to God's plan for the earth. I am here as a representative of the Law of One, the Emerald Order, and I am one of the original demiurge of this beautiful experience. And so I also take full accountability for all of the distortions in myself and within the collective. And so what this is an opportunity to use my own current fragmentation in the awareness that whatever transmission comes through to release my fragmentation, it will also release the aspects of yourself that hold an energy signature similar. And so what I'm going to do to explain this to your human cognitive mind is that every being has the exact same core wounds, the exact same separation points, the exact same emotions, the exact same feelings. It's just the lens of perspective that's different. And so when you heal yourself and you know these energy signatures, you can heal another because you see them straight away. You know the beliefs, you know the narratives, you know the locations, you know the dimensions. And so when you've done enough inner work, you can be a master healer because you have effectively met those aspects within. And you continue to see that you are not separate from the others. So even if I was to witness someone deep in their separation point, their story would still be no different to my energy signature. It's just the vibrational frequency and the consciousness level of perspective that plays out. And so what I experience, even if it's one tiny little thread, the energy signature is the same to whatever crazy chaos is going on inside of the world. And so this is why we can heal together. This is why we can mass heal together. This is why when we come together in sacred space and sacred expression, in the connection of coming together in mind-heart coherence, we collectively transform the world. Because what I am experiencing is what you're experiencing. It's just whether or not you're conscious and aware of it. And the awareness is the only difference. How much do you see? How much do you feel? How much have you returned? And so in this transmission, we are going to collectively journey with me, journey with us together, so that we can clear this from our own energetic fields and also from the collective light body and from the earth. And so although I am not aware of what the actual transmission will be, because this will be a direct channeled transmission from the Council of One, I am aware that it will move my molecular structure and also yours. And in the transformation of our cellular memory and our energetic fields, our magnetism and our frequency, that directly affects the earth. And therefore we can support this transition a little more and a little more. Because at the moment we are mass purifying. And purification is much very similar to what you would consider the element of water. And so the mass purification of the earth has a direct correlation to the waters of the earth. And so as we're purifying in the human consciousness lens, eventually it will catch up into the physical organic matter of our earth mother, Pachamama, our divine sister, Tara. And that will allow for these waters to purify what is necessary and what is true. But first, it starts with us, because the earth can only evolve as far as what we have. So I invite you into this unknown transmission with full trust and faith, knowing that you may experience a Kundalini activation. You may experience shaking, tingling, visions, and you might have a profound insight about yourself. And that is exciting. And welcome. So know that while you receive this, you may experience things that you haven't experienced before. And it may awaken you into something that you haven't seen. So joining me now by finding a comfortable position, checking your alignment. You can lay down or you can sit up, but it is suggested that you do not fall asleep in this transmission. And find your spinal alignment. Feel your hips. Feel your shoulders. Adjust your pelvic floor, your abdomen, your neck, your crown. All of you. And gently close your eyes. Ni ishe te keria satakori and the atakaria tatakaria tatakaria. De esheria koyanai. De eshe keria tutakoyanai tatakerianai. Di sharia koyanai. And as you close your eyes, feel your body, your vessel. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Mia Ariandi Anaya Tatakari and Dianai. De Shiriaku Anaya. Ni Ikiari and Dianai. As you listen to the sound of my voice, Mo'ukui and Dianai. Connecting deeply to the frequencies, the tonal expressions, the sound that moves through you with each breath in And each breath out, that your heart starts to open, spin, and that all aspects of your chakras in the internal reality and the external reality receive simultaneously from the front and the back and the up and the down. As you breathe into these aspects of your being, allowing for your central channel to open to the divine presence of God, Source Creator, that you are with me. That we become one source. That we no longer see the division points between I and you. That we release the idea of separation. And deeply go into a state of receiving that of the frequency of purity. Fully anchored into the above and the below, and grounded into the presence of who you be in this moment. Continuing to breathe in and out. This transmission is one of uniqueness. The unique possibility of this receivership is that of the guidance that has unfolded in the dedication to only receive that of the highest truth. The direct connection to that of the source frequency. The source frequency being that passes the human mind and transcends all other higher selves. The source frequency does not have an agenda, an intention. Source moves through freely and effortlessly. That source creates in each moment of presence. Source guidance is the guidance that sits within you, that is you. The truth of who you be before you forgot, before you disconnected. And so as you recognize that you are Source, and Source is you, then you can recognize that the information that you're receiving is always Source guided. The thoughts, the feelings, the expressions, that they are some level of Source communicating to you, from you, through you. That Source express is through the level of density or consciousness for you to represent and recognize thyself. That if you are receiving from your human consciousness, it is an aspect of your human consciousness that needs to recognize and witness God. That if you are receiving from a higher aspect of consciousness, then it is that higher expression of self that needs to meet a distortion within the reality to become integrated in that frequency. That if you are descending into the depths of separation and forgetting thyself, then you are descending as a way to remember thyself. That through the extreme separation, the only way is to come back to wholeness, totality. That you continue the dance of receiving Source in every aspect of creation. There is nothing that is not of God Source Creator, and yet there is. As the separation point does not know source, so that which does not know source cannot return to source. That which does not know source effectively does not exist, and it is an illusion. And so what does not know source does not exist, and it is a thought, an expression of the distorted mind that has also forgotten source, that believes this to be true and real. But to see something that is not of source means that you are. And so anything that is perceived that is not of source is an illusion from that who has and can witness source from within. Separation consciousness cannot witness separation consciousness. This is a challenging aspect of your human psyche to move through, and these words do not need to necessarily be acknowledged in their totality from the cognitive mind, but instead to feel that which we are saying, so that you can interpret it from the expression of yourself. That dissension is sending you into a place of witnessing the totality of illusion, as separation and separation consciousness effectively is a mirage. And if you can realize that something that sits in separation consciousness is a mirage, then it cannot hold power over you, nor can it control you, hurt you, or cause you any pain. How we can make sense of this is that the illusion or the mirage that you believe is attacking you, hurting you, causing you pain, suffering, it's a simple trick of the forgotten mind. The mind that has remembered and attained sees this, knows this. There is no demon that can cause pain. There is no aspect of reality that can cause one to forget the totality and the wholeness of sound mind. Sound mind has realized. Sound mind does not see these aspects as the way the separate mind does. Sound mind sees that separation and all of separation consciousness is purely just a remembrance to return to the totality of wholeness of what you are. And so what is taking place in your current reality, and that is alive within every single one of you, is the aspects that still remain that are a mirage of self, an illusion that you thought was real. The story that because you gave it power in the forgetting of source, created a very real reality. And through your forgetfulness and through thinking in that place of amnesia, you all created a reality that is a mirage. This is the reality otherwise known as hell. Hell, and also this idea of wrongness has power over each and every one of you and every individual in your reality, because the mirage was made real. And so not of God creation became a physical expression of consciousness. So how do you deconstruct a reality through the eyes of God that was not made from God? How do you release the illusion? This is where the brain and the cognitive mind can start to get a little overactive and recalibrate at such a speed that you may find this challenging to comprehend. The way to effectively dissolve the false expression of what appears to be physical, tangible, and real is to recognize that it's not. That the more of you that recognize that separation consciousness was created from the forgetting of source, and you choose source and you see the illusion cannot stay. And so it must dissolve. There is no opportunity for it to continue. Because an illusion is an illusion, no matter how real it appears to be. So as you step out of the belief that what you create from separation is real, you will start to see what appeared to be real dissolves away. This is not supposed to be something that is cognitively interpreted. These transmissions at times are meant to send your neurology into overactivity, to delete, rewire, and recalibrate all that is not of truth. Your brain cannot make sense of this from the shadow or ego consciousness, because that is the very separation mirage illusion that simply does not exist when you witness it. And so if you choose at any point in your reality, you can choose to release and let go of the story of what you think is real. And watch it dissolve. So this separation aspect of your being, whether it be any part of what is causing you pain, is let go of in the recognition it was never real to begin with. Then you can come into the one source, whole, complete, in totality, in all realities. This attainment of self-realization is without distortion, without illusion, without the mirage of what is. And it has no agenda. It has no intention other than to be, to create, as it is creation unfolding upon creation, in which each and every one of you are. And creation does not need destruction to create, because it never truly ends. It moves, weaves, dances, transmutes, and recreates. There is no beginning, there is no end. Creation just is. And so those things that you feel need to end, those things that you feel must cease, they are the mirage. Because all there really is in the place of attainment is the lens of creation. Allowing yourself to take the time to breathe in the frequency, the recalibration, the knowing, whether cognitively understood or not. Allow yourself to synergize, harmonize, and balance. Take the time to ground, drink water, and be present with yourself in whatever unfolded for you in this transmission. I love you. Thank you for joining me on a journey to remembering creation.